Alright, today I have back on the channel Glenn from UFC Breaks, and y'all are not going to believe what Glenn is doing for the channel today. Let's go here. Glenn has donated a 25 Tops Finest hobby box. Yes, you heard that right. A 25 Finest hobby box. We're going to rip that later in this video, and the hits from that box are going to be given to one lucky person who's watching today. Be sure to stay tuned for the rip and to learn how to enter into this insane giveaway. Glenn, thanks for coming on the channel today.
Yeah, dude, thanks for having me again. I had fun last time when we were talking, and you were asking me a lot of questions, so it's always like easy to talk about yourself. But we got a little giveaway today, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, somebody will hit something big.
Big hits in the box, fingers crossed. Kind of a segue here. You opened a lot of 25 finest from this year. Some cases I saw on your channel. What were some of your best rips, and also just like your thoughts on the product overall?
So my 2025 opinion is like wildly different than 2024 started out as. I'm not a fan of the 2025 finest as far as like purchasing a box at whatever price they're charging now and for what hits you get out of it. I think it's totally fine to give a box away, obviously, because you have nothing invested, right? So if you get a big hit, great. If you don't, it's unfortunate. But I think that what they did was I did a bunch of math on this. I made a whole video about it because I was kind of upset about it. They basically raised the price on the boxes of Finest 2025 over what 2024 was. And then they added like 25% fluff, which was all refractor, like silver type cards.
Just more
So they
parallels.
made it, but largely like the 25% additional cards they added to like, we're talking like hundreds of thousands of cards already. This was all like stuff numbered over 200 or not numbered at all.
Ooh,
So it
yeah.
wasn't like there were like more cards to eight. It was all like super high end stuff that people aren't really looking for. So I felt like it was kind of a ripoff. And I didn't know that until after the fact because they never released the odds. They never released the checklist. Like there was like all kinds of stuff missing. So I made my own odds list based on like, I looked at the videos where I opened cases and I was like, how many do I get per pack? How many do I get per box? How many do I get per case? And then I reverse engineered it like as best I could. I had to guess a little bit like how many silvers there are per case, but
Right.
I mean it was within like a margin of error, and it just became very obvious that they were charging more, giving you less, and expected it to be okay. And then also we're just not going to tell you what the odds are. So
Insane,
it's
dude.
like,
Insane. They still haven't released those. I've been telling people to go to the support Topps website and email them and complain because they still have not released the 25 finest 25 Sapphire edition and the 25 midnight odds, which is absolutely insane and criminal, dude. They need to release that information. The checklist is up, but we need the odds too.
yeah, I mean, Panini doesn't give you the odds, so it must not be like a legal thing. I think they just do it if they want to. But it just seemed like a sleazy marketing thing when you do the math and discover that it's just like a bloated product and it's more expensive, and we're not going to tell you the odds. It's like because somebody would have caught that right away and been like, "Hey, what is this?" And the other red flag I saw too, which I've never really seen before, was the big like case breakers on Facebook. I saw like UFC Sports Cards, I think is the
Yeah,
Facebook channel.
that's
And
a big
I've
one.
I've done a couple breaks on there, like I've seen it. They were doing like 7 case breaks, 10 case breaks, and I was like, that's kind of weird, like that's a lot of cases. Like, is that how many you need to open to get hits, like to guarantee yourself good hits? And so I think it's just red flags all over the place.
Yeah, dude. Red flags all over the place. Did you have any good hits from your boxes? Did you get any of the SSPs? Because we do have 4 case hits here, and I'm really interested in that because I enjoy inserts and case hits as far as, long-term collecting and rarity. I just think they're cool. And we did have 4, so we had, let me kind of flash what we got. We got the Fandemonium, we had Blinding Lights, we have Framed in White, and we have Monochrome. So kind of what were your thoughts on the case hits, and did you hit any of those 4?
Yeah, so I got the Fandemonium twice. So, and I don't. I think one was a Zhang Wei Li, and I can't. And one was an Ilya Taporia, I think that I gave away.
Oh, nice.
So I did like a reveal. I was outside of the lake where I go ice fishing, and I was like, "Hey, we've got this box. I'm going to wait." So I think I had that one, and I think I had a Taporia that we gave out. But I only saw the two, and so I don't know. I like the case hits are cool. I like case hits in general. I think having a case hit gives like a safety net to the product
Yeah.
because typically a case hit's going to have like a big name on it. You're not going to have Nina Nunez on there as a case hit, right? It's going to be like Kamzat Chimaev or something. And so I think when you have those, it gives like a safety net. I like them in general. I don't really mind any of them. I like all the super short prints, case hits. I like all the guarantees.
Nice. Yeah, I was curious on like because we're trying to find this rarity because they've buried the odds on us this time. I was on some eBay listings trying to see. It's not really a great. It's kind of just a guess. You're trying to just grab at different data points, trying to determine the rarity of these things if they don't release it. But I noticed that the monochrome was only had a few listings, and it seemed to be going for much more. So I'm
Hmm.
curious if that is the case. Is that the rarest of these? And we can kind of look at some sales volume and just what's your opinion on trying to price these out and trying to pick like of these four, which one do you think is the
Which one
most
to get?
rare? Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm totally unprepared for this question, but I'll tell you, I'll tell you what I think. I would just look and see the volume first because, like, I got two Fandemoniums. It's a small sample size. It's like a loose box in a case.
Mhm.
Um, I would see, like, if you see that there's a lot more Fandemoniums being sold than the other ones, it
Right.
could just be a desirability. Like, people are like, I like the monochrome better. But I think it's usually, they probably didn't make them all in like the exact same quantity because
Mhm.
it's like if I was tops, I wouldn't just say it's 25% for each one.
Yeah, they
There'd be
never
one
do.
that's like
Mhm.
10%. Right. So yeah, I mean that's kind of what I think. It could be monochrome. I don't know though. Like I can't give you any factual evidence on that one.
Yeah, it's tough, man. That's why I really enjoy having, the odds associated because like we can kind of guess, you're going off of eBay listings, you're going off of sales volume, you're going off of people that watch a ton of breaks or rip a ton of product like yourself. But it's just so hard to know. And I honestly think that these look pretty good. I was like, oh, these actually are pretty good card designs. They're not all my favorite, but I'm like, I could see people really enjoying these and wanting to have these in their collection. And then with the rarity just buried and unknown, it's like, oh man, I really think that kind of hurts the market on these a little bit.
So I mean, like they're cool. I like them too. I think that if you had the odds though, the thing that the odds will do for you is it'll just say, oh, the monochrome is 1 in 100 packs, or the Fandemonium is 1 in 20, or whatever, and that will then adjust and dictate the price on eBay and everywhere else. And so yeah, I agree. It's like it's a total crapshoot whether or not like you're picking the right one because you might say, oh, there's not that many on here. It could just be like just general stats, right? Like just because we see a lot of Fandemoniums on eBay doesn't mean that it's more or less rare. It just means
Right.
that's what happens to be there right now. So yeah, I mean, it would be nice to know the odds, but again, with Panini, you never knew the odds, but at least they would say like super short print. In the UFC. There's always like one, right? Like
Yeah, dude,
it,
what does that
there
mean
wouldn't
though?
be
That's
four,
crazy.
20 or less.
Yeah.
That's the word on the street.
Yep. I mean, they say that, but I was doing some info on the Kabooms, and I believe they labeled that as SSP. And the Pop Report, there's in 2023, I found one that was 74 on the Pop Report. Now, does that mean there's 74? People could be recracking, right, and resending in, so it's not necessarily again like a great data point, but
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, who knows how many they're making, man?
and more than you think, bro.
Yeah, right. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about money, so I would not be surprised if
Did,
they're making way more than
speaking
we
of the
think.
kabooms, though, I opened up that combat anthology,
Oh yeah.
and I was getting it's a for sure it's a case hit kaboom in that product.
Mhm.
So if you open the whole case of combat anthology, I bought them for like 100 a box, and I was like, this seems like a pretty good deal. And I looked, I mean, like there weren't too many horrible kabooms. Like there were one or two wrestling ones, a little weird. But I had Mike Tyson, Dakota
Yeah, that's awesome.
Dicheva, and Deontay Wilder, and my friend I think got Hulk Hogan or Floyd Mayweather, and I
Nice.
was like, these are all good, right? I mean, the Mike Tyson sold for almost 4 grand.
Wow, are you serious? I did not see that. That
Yeah,
is awesome. That's crazy.
yeah. So I was like, this product's awesome. Like,
Yeah.
it's how can you not like that?
Yeah, no, that was the one that I wanted because I do enjoy the kabooms and there has been a really resurgence in the pricing, man. I've noticed a huge increase within like the last 6 months to a year on those kabooms, and I'm curious to see kind of how that plays out long term. But it is a great card design. They are desirable from all the other sports too, which I think really helps.
Yeah,
People are just used to seeing that. It's almost like subliminal messaging. They're used to seeing that design. They're familiar with it, and it's very popular across the board. So I think that definitely helps.
There was a Tom Brady that just Tom Brady Kaboom, I think a green one or something. I don't know the exact difference, but it sold for like 660,000. I think recently.
Oh my gosh. Dude, yeah,
Yeah.
insane pricing. Can't wait till UFC gets those prices, dude. It's going to be absolutely sick.
Well,
And
the Paramount Plus deal might
yep,
help. We'll see.
it's coming, man. It's coming. And we're going to hit one of these insane case hits hopefully right now, man. So let's do it. This is the first time I'm ever using this format with the box break, so this could go terrible. We will see what happens, man.
It's fine. It's fine. There's a little learning curve. I
Oh
was
yeah.
making thumbnails the other day and trying out new things, and I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Like it was just
Yeah.
disastrous thumbnails.
Shout out to UFC Card Fiend. That dude's got some insane thumbnails, man. He's great at thumbnails.
Really?
Yeah, he's got really good thumbnails.
I'll look at it.
All right. Here we're
6 packs.
6 packs. Before we break, let me kind of give you the rules for the giveaway. I'm glad I remembered that. I almost forgot. Okay, so the rules for the giveaway. Uh, One, be sure to like this video and go over to UFC Breaks, sub to his channel. Check out what Glenn's doing over there. He's doing awesome stuff. In order to be registered for this, in the comments below, let me know what your favorite design of the 4 SSPs that we talked about was. We have Fandemonium, we have Blinding Lights, we have Framed in White, and we have the Monochrome. Any of those 4 answers will qualify you to enter in to win the hit from this box. I'll reach out to you on YouTube, and then I'll get your shipping information and get it out to you. All right, back to the scheduled event, and let's do this, Glenn. Let's do this,
Dude,
man.
what if we just get something crazy?
That would be awesome. I would love it. I would absolutely love it. Oh, we got the double backwards. Check this out. We're starting it off
I
with
don't
the.
I don't get this. Yeah, this is a weird thing. I opened a bunch like this and I couldn't figure if it was good or bad.
All right, we're literally halfway through, so this is gonna be sick. We're halfway through here. I'm just gonna flip. Oh, nice. I saw that one. I saw a good rookie there. It wasn't insert, but it was a good rookie. All right, Bobby Whitaker, MVP. Tom Aspinall with the eye patch on. Yuri Prohashka. We got Jonathan
The welding
Martinez.
goggles.
Yeah, with the goggles. Arnold Allen and our man Mauricio Santos, Mauricio Rufy on the rookie. So that's a decent hit. It's not not the rarest, but still a good hit. Oh, we got the auto
That's good.
already, Glenn.
That's good.
Is this one numbered here? Is this just a base?
I think that's the base finest auto.
Still a good looking card. I actually pulled a Way League Gold of this from my box and sold for a decent amount. And I was happy with it. These are really clean though.
Yeah, I had a John Jones gold to 50, and that thing went crazy too.
Yeah, this is a pretty. I think it's a pretty decent card
Blanchfield's
design here.
Blanchfield's a great fighter though. Like I'd be happy to get that auto.
Yeah, no, she's definitely surging right now. I was a little down on her as far as like long-term potential just because of kind of how she looked, but she continues to win, man. She continues to put on good fights. We got Rockage in the 200 here. Then we got Jin Matsumoto on the base rookie. So already we got one auto down. We'll see. We're getting, one thing about this product, and same with Knockout too, is I feel like I pulled a lot of rookies on the base cards.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of rookies in here.
Oh, again, dude, but they gave it to us again. Look at this.
It's
They're just
weird, right?
they're making life so difficult for me right now. All right. We got Kyle Bohio, fighting nerd. Carlos Prates, rookie, another fighting nerd. That's a nice one. Jeff Neal, base. Sean Strickland, base. O'Malley on the base. Jack Della with the loss to Islam on the
We
base.
don't talk about Jack.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what his card pricing does with that loss.
Oh, dude,
It
no,
might be
it
it
went
might be a
down.
buy-in opportunity, honestly. If you really believe in him, I mean, he fought an all-timer in Islam. Like maybe now's the time to buy in on JDM.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to give that advice.
No? All right. We're
I think
going.
the rise to the top was a little too fast.
Yeah, could be. And he did have some trouble. Like it wasn't, he did have some really exciting fights and some good fights, but he definitely had some issues with Gilbert Burns. He had some issues with Basil Hafez, so he's definitely had kind of a tough start here. Bruno Jandaroba, Bilal Muhammad on the showstoppers. We got Rose.
Refractor.
Yep. Little up 99 refractor here. Little
That's
checkerboard.
all right.
I like the look of these too. I like the
I
shine.
do too, except when they're numbered to 250.
Yeah, yeah. Any print run could just destroy a card for sure. And we got the Marab, Davalishvili, the machine with the loss. What'd you think about that, dude?
Yeah,
Were you expecting Piotr Jan to really put it on him like that?
dude, it was weird. It was like vintage Piotr showed up, and back in the day, we used to think he was going to be champion for a long time, and then he went on like a weird mudslide of a run, and yeah, it just didn't happen that way. But I don't know. He looked tough. He looked real tough.
He looked great, man. He looked great. I'm really excited to see him fight again and see if he can put on a performance like that against, if they run it back or just another contender. Norma
I just
Dumont.
want to know, like, what's the difference though? Like, what happened between like all those fights where he was champion, and then there were
Yeah,
like kind of lackluster, like striking fights in between, and then he gets against Marab, and he's like, "Yeah, take me down, like no problem." And it seemed almost like a physical jump in what he had available against Marab.
physical
I don't know if it's an
jump.
injury or
Maybe we got some juice coursing through those
could be
veins, Glenn.
juice. I'm not accusing anyone of juice either, but
Neither am
I
I, but I'm
just
just saying it could be.
he seemed physically
Yeah,
better against Marab than I'd seen him in a long time.
I agree.
Which
Asuo
normally
Mavaev
doesn't
on the
happen
rookie.
over like 6 years.
Yeah. Charlie Hollis, we got LaRon Murphy. We got Rockich. Yeah, we got Blanchfield again.
More
This is a
Blanche.
Blanchfield box, man. Little refractor here. Good
Refract.
look.
Ladies' night. Ladies' morning. It's morning.
Yeah, it is one. Rob Davalishvili on the Showstoppers. Nicholas Dalby. Stipe. That's a pretty good hit. Up 200 though, so not the greatest on the parallel run. But we got one of the
Good
baddest
card.
heavyweights ever.
You think so? I
Oh,
think.
back to back.
Dude, everyone says Stipe is the greatest heavyweight of all time. I disagree because I watched a whole montage somebody put together on YouTube,
Uh-huh.
and they were like, he had like two title defenses, and that was what made him like the greatest of all time.
Well, I guess when you're talking about that, right? Like the heavyweight landscape is very different than like other than other landscapes as far as like longevity and just the records go. So he does hold quite a few records within the heavyweight division, but the numbers are not insane. I want to say it's like 5 title wins or 4 title wins. I think
I
it's just
I
so
think it's
difficult for
way
those
less.
guys.
I think it's like three. I
I
bet
mean
if you
that
look at it,
might be
it's really a
consecutive.
small number.
That might be consecutive defenses. I know he had more than three, um, but I think that's going to be a hot take that he's not one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. I think that's
It's
going to be a
not.
hot take.
I think that there's like older guys that are more interesting. I mean,
Yeah,
like Fabricio Verdum is like more interesting to me. Like he stopped Fedor. I mean, there's just
like
guys
it.
out there, especially Brock Lesnar brought how many eyeballs to the sport. Like
Yeah,
there's more interesting guys.
yeah. I guess when you're talking about like bringing into the peak, peak of someone's career, or like the when you're talking about fandom and like popularity, pop culture, there's definitely some a variety of different ways you can answer the question. Gachi Matsumoto, another rookie. Mick the Big Oro buy. I'm a big Mick the Big fan, dude. So this
I
this is a
know.
cool little hit.
There's the guys that we want picks, the gambling guys. They had the funniest comment about him. They're like, he's actually a caveman. They
Yeah.
took him out of the cave. He's gonna
Uh-huh.
fight. He's gonna smash, and then he's also a lawyer or something. Like
Nice.
it was hysterical when they're talking about him.
All right, we got Raquel Pennington, former champ, on the Intimidators. And I like this design from this year. I think this is a fun design.
Yeah, I mean, the finest as a whole is good. It's just this batch they overprinted like crazy.
Oh, check this out, dude. Die cut. Got to get this one its own little. Check out
75.
little razor blade on that left side. Little die cut.
Yeah, that's cool. I don't know that I got any of those.
Yeah,
What
this
is
kind
it?
of.
The 75?
Yeah, we got 75 there at the top. These are kind of a sneaky play. I like the because they're inputting these and it's kind of they're making it a parallel, right? So there's only one die cut in the entire box. So there's only 75 die cuts, which is kind of an interesting thing when you're talking about rarity.
There's a bunch of different styles too. Like there's
Yeah.
some simple ones. There's ones that look like an eye. Like there's weird shapes. Also, Stipe has 4 successful defenses according to Google AI.
Thanks, Google. The quantum computing. We got John Martinez, and he also beat Daniel Cormier. So he actually has 5 total because he lost it and then came back. So that wouldn't be determined to defense, right? Man,
Right, right.
the people he beat Francis Ngannou. He beat some of the older dudes on his run up. He beat DC. Like you can't be smirching my man Stipe's name like that. Glenn, come on, give him some
I don't.
respect.
What about how many did Junior Dos Santos have? Like, there's I don't
I
know.
think he starched Dos Santos
He
though.
he did later, but it's also like timing. At a
Yeah,
certain
that's true.
age, everything changes.
Definitely true. That's what's weird about seeing Anderson Silva come out in that boxing match and just KO. I mean, it's like I mean, look who he was fighting, right? But still, it's impressive. It's
Who
impressive.
cares? He's
Yeah,
like 50 years old.
yeah, it's impressive, man.
But how many
Tom
how many
Aspinall.
championships did that's good. Did Silva have? Like, wasn't it like 8 or something?
Oh yeah, it was insane. He holds the record. Oh, Gene Silva
Yeah.
rookie. This is a nice hit, and this is the rare, right? Yeah, this
The
is the rare.
lightning bolts was the rare one.
What is your
Yeah.
thought on the 3-tiered base class? Would you value common, uncommon, rare drastically differently? What's kind of your thoughts on that?
I can tell you that the people don't value it at all.
Yeah.
Like on eBay,
Yeah.
the if I sell like, I don't know, hundreds of cards, right? And nobody was paying more for a lightning bolt versus
Yeah.
a squiggle versus a box. It was like, just who's the name, what's the number? That's
Yep.
it.
That's how it was last year too, so I'm not surprised to see that. We got our other auto, we got Johnny Walker. Johnny Walker, and this is a base auto. So not the greatest auto here with Johnny Walker, but he does have some incredible dance moves, Glenn. So at least we have that, you know.
Did you remember when he did the worm and he hurt himself and he was out
I
for a year?
I loved that moment. It was so hilarious. This is actually a pretty good hit and a timely hit. We got a 25 Arman Sarukian,
That's
and
great.
dude, yeah, this is actually a really good hit.
Die
So
cut
for
too.
and it's a one on, so it's a bookend die cut, man. That's a pretty solid. If you're looking to flip, with him coming up soon at a title fight, now is a great timely hit. Or if you're an Armand fan, you're gonna be hyped about getting that one in your collection.
That's probably the best card, and
Yep,
then the Blanchfield, I'd say, right after it.
I agree. I think that Armand is really gonna uh make somebody hyped, dude. On this free giveaway, somebody's getting
The
an up 25
Sorokian
Armand.
die cut to 25 is a winner.
That's pretty
How, is
sick.
this the last pack or is there
This
one
is
more?
this is the last pack, man. Last pack magic. Everybody cross your fingers. Again, like the video. Go check out Glenn's channel over at UFC Breaks and sub for some good
Just
UFC
making
content.
bad hot takes over there. Don't worry.
All right. We got DC. Last one. We could still get, I really want to see a SSP. I hope we get a SSP in this because I want to see one of them in person. They look like a great card design, look like they're real shiny, so we'll see what happens here. GSP, Islam
You got a
Hacha.
1 in 8 chance.
All right. Vinicius
Whatever
Oliveira
that
on the
is,
rookie.
15% something.
He has a fight coming up. I'm excited to see him again. He has an interesting style. He's just a marauder. He literally has no respect for anybody and just like marches forward. It's really interesting.
It's like a very young man style, though.
It is.
Like,
It's not going to age well at all. Raquel Pennington again. We got 2 Raquel Penningtons. I like this design too. I think this is pretty cool, especially in some of the different parallels that they have. I think it shines really nice.
have you seen the Pantoja version?
No, what is it? What's his? It's a picture of him on here. Is that what you were saying?
So
The
yeah, it's
image?
a picture. It's just like that. Actually, it's like Pantoja's coach has like got him up on his shoulders.
Oh,
So
nice.
and Pantoja's got his arms out, but they turn everything gold except for the fighters. So Pantoja's missing like part of his leg and part of his chest in the picture, and it's
That's
just this
hilarious.
weird like scarecrow looking thing up there.
Yeah. Glenn. Glenn. Do we have is that a do we have something crazy back there? Nope, I don't think
Checkerboard
so.
to 75, I think.
I thought maybe it was a framed in white. I saw a lot of white and I got excited there. Hey, Ikram Aliskerov. I feel like this guy does not get printed in like any products. I feel like he is very, very low whenever we're talking about just total print run on cards, which for collectability and rarity is a good thing. So kind of an
Yeah.
interesting deal with him. And a nice little checkerboard on the finishers.
You saw
All right.
they got rid of Renat Fakrdinov?
Dude, I'm sad about that because I had some big Renat cards and I was
Oh, really?
very surprised. I was very surprised about that. I think there's more to the story that they're not telling us. Aspinall to
Could be.
250. And Danny
Could
Barlow
be.
on the rookie.
He's getting older though too, isn't he? Like, he's got to
Yes.
be like what, like
I,
late 30s?
I think he's almost 35, which for, for
Yeah.
that division and for being in the UFC, that's kind of old. All right, let me organize
I
the hits
enjoyed
here.
watching him. Go ahead. Even in the beginning, like Renault was cool to watch, but there's always criticism about his gas tank and like about his kind of like the level of his game and where he's at. And he was like he would win fights, but they were, especially in the last couple of years, they were all like kind of close. Like
Yeah,
it wasn't like a dominant victory anymore.
except he's got two big finishes, and I think like you're saying, he's got three really close fights in between, and a couple of them were 50-50. Like I would not have been surprised if the judges would have gave that to the other guy in that fight.
Yeah, I just know I remember from betting because a lot of times I listen to those We Want Picks guys, and it's like Friday at 4:45, and I'm like, all right, I've got 15 minutes, and I click it on. I'm like, what do you guys think? And I'm listening, and I just remember them. They were always kind of like critical of that, and they're like, I don't know, like if you feel one way or the other, bet it, but otherwise, that's steer clear because it's tough to bet. You know, it's like if it's going to
Very
be like
difficult
split decisions and stuff, that's hard.
in this sport in particular. Like, I mean, we've seen some crazy stuff odds wise. Minus thousands or losing.
Yeah, but that's also a lot of those are like very untested. Like I've learned if I read the name and it's minus 800 and I've never heard of it before, like just steer clear.
Yeah,
And it doesn't mean you have to bet the other guy, but just avoid it because it probably isn't going to be a round one KO. Probably isn't going to be a round one sub. Like it's going to be closer than you think once it gets going.
yeah, most definitely, man. I don't bet at all. I just think I probably would waste too much money on it. And you're gonna be wrong most of the time. Like unless you're one of the the odds are against you almost always.
I think you can be right most of the time, but it's not to your advantage to bet it. Like you could be like, hey, oh, I think Gaethje's going to win this for sure, right? But Gaethje's minus 350. You don't want to bet that because it's like a losing strategy to bet like giant favorites like that
Yeah.
over and over.
Yeah, yeah.
So what I do is I bet $20 on each one. If the odds are like even or like maybe like minus 150 or positive, but if it's more than that, I just don't do it. So I end up having like three or four bets on a night, and I'm super hyped for it. I'm all
Yeah.
in. Like,
That's the best too, because then if you don't, if your funds are limited, you're not wasting a ton of money if you're only doing a few bets.
no, you could do $5. I just do it because I think it's fun. Like, it makes me
Yeah.
like more excited to watch it.
Oh, for sure. All right, everybody. Here are the cards that you are going to be getting if you win the giveaway. And we'll start with a little hits recap here. We got the Ikram checkerboard. And Glenn, let me know what your favorite hit was here. We got the Khalil Roundtree checkerboard, Aspinall on the refractor. We got Blanchfield box. We got Blanchfield on the refractor. We got Aspinall again, 250 refractor. Alexander Rakic, 200. We got Stipe Miocic, the greatest heavyweight of all time. Glenn says, no way, dude. Glenn says, get
I
that
don't
out
think
of
so.
here. We got 200 on the Stipe. Up 99 checkerboard on the Rose. We got
That's
the
good.
interesting die cut here, man. This was a cool one, I think. Get the little
I
sharp
almost
die
didn't see
cut.
it at first either.
Yeah, it's very subtle, right? Very subtle. This would be an interesting one as far as grading goes because there's really only a few edges compared to, you grade a die cut on a crazy design, you have like a million different edges to deal with.
Hmm.
This was probably my favorite hit. This and the die cut, I think,
That's
were the
that's the most valuable for
yeah.
sure.
Got the up 25 arm on die cut. I like the symmetry in the middle here. Got a nice shine. I'm a sucker for some good shine, man. That is one thing about the finest. I think that they did with the refraction being the entire back of the card. I think that's pretty good. Although the parallel differentiation, just having it be, the just here is kind of not the greatest in my opinion.
Yeah, it's not readily available, like or easily available to see like which one is it? Is it uncommon, common, rare, whatever?
Yeah.
I every single time I have to look at them like, are these lightning bolts or like what am I looking for? It's not just like clear. Like Prism, it's like it's red, it's black, it's blue. I mean, it's one or the other.
And we got the two autos here. We got the Johnny Walker with the Worm Walker, and then we got Aaron Blanchfield on the finest auto, the finest auto. Two on cards. Hey man, thank you again, Glenn, for hitting the channel with this amazing donation, spreading the holiday cheer. Hopefully everybody's having, happy holidays. I'm not sure when I'm going to release this, so it could be like a week or two after the holidays. It'll probably be a week from now, but happy New Year to everybody. Don't blow your hands off with fireworks. Don't. light your dumpster on fire either. I hate going to those calls, so definitely dispose of your fireworks the right way.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, congratulations to whoever won, and good luck with that arm into 25. I think
Hmm.
that'll work out well. And happy New Year. And yeah, I think we'll be back in January a couple days from now, and we got Stadium Club is coming out.
Oh man, I'm hyped for Stadium Club. Hey, what's your thought on the realty drop? Did you get into that at all? Did you get snubbed?
It's just
You
it's
got
so
snubbed,
brutal.
didn't you? You got snubbed too?
They they sent an email on a Sunday at noon, I think, and it said in 1 hour the EQL drop opens. What am I supposed to do with that? Like, I found
Bro,
it
you got
two
you got
hours after the fact.
you got to be ready, man. You got to have this in your calendar for as soon as it hits. You can't be waiting for
I
the
didn't even
emails.
know where is it listed. Like the first I heard of it was the email I received an hour before it. Like I looked too. It's not like it's sitting on the page. It's not like you have a week's notice or anything. It just here we go.
Yeah.
And so no, I didn't get any of it. And then I reached out to the guys who sometimes they'll buy it and flip it on eBay. And I asked them, and they're like, I might have some boxes. I don't really have anything. So then I went on eBay and I just looked. I didn't see very much of it on there at all, which leads me to believe that it's another kind of snake job, and it's going to
Yep.
be like
Very
Steel
limited.
City,
Hmm.
David Adams, like because some guys there should be some handful of guys that bought cases that are going to just put it on eBay right away for $1,000 a box, 4,000 a case, something like that. I saw like two, and one of them was Steel City, so I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, man. I'm. It's again. I think it was really limited last year, and I think again we're looking at another really limited product, and the price is going to reflect that. And I am sad, and I'm sure anybody who actually wanted to get a box is sad. I entered into the drop, did not get it. I know a lot of other people that did too. I think 10 people maybe have reached out to me. Zero people that I've heard got in and actually got the drop. So in the comments, if you did get a royalty box, let me know because I'm curious to see how many they actually gave out in that process.
Were they 420 a box MSRP?
They were, was it 475? I forget
Oh,
off the
really?
top of my head. Yeah, it was mid. I want to say it was 449 or 474. So somewhere in there, mid
I was
400s.
spamming the button, like I was just like reload, 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 trying to get in there, and it popped up, and it was like I remember four something, 425 maybe, but I mean that's fine for the MSRP price for that, but I mean everyone immediately is going to be like I want 1,000 a box,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
I don't. It's not
it
the
sucks.
debut. Like I saw some for 699 on eBay. There's one on there, and I was like I don't know, maybe I'll buy it, but I think I'm going to wait because I think these guys are greedy with this, and they want to juice this thing at like 40% margins or more. I don't think it's going to happen. I think people are going to slow down and go, wait a second. Like, why is it always so insane? It
Yeah.
doesn't need to be that way.
No, completely agree. And I like this product. And again, this was the issue last year too. I'm like, I like the product. It seems like a fun product. I think we've got potential here to really build a good brand within UFC and kind of push royalty every year and have people be excited. Um, that
Yeah, but
400 price
you
range
have
is
to give
fine.
it.
Exactly. The
You have to
400
give
price
it
range
to
is
people.
fine, but nobody's getting it at that price point. So it's like,
You
what are
have
we
to
doing?
give
What
it
are
to
we doing it
people.
here? Yeah, what are we
No,
doing
it's
here?
crazy. It's like a Christmas gift to the retail distributors. Like, hey, here's a
Yeah.
bunch of cases, 425 bucks. You sell them for 1,000. Merry Christmas. But I mean, yeah, I don't know anyone who got it, and I think that the lack of them for sale on eBay reflects the fact that nobody has them,
Yeah. 100%,
which
man.
is screwed up. Doesn't make any sense.
Nope. Get the people want the cards. The people that, like myself, I'm probably still gonna buy a box Glenn. I there's an OCD in me that has to do one rip for every product in the year, and that's I think the channel
Well,
enjoys it. I enjoy doing that, and I'm gonna pay a lot for it, so I'm sad about that.
I'm gonna buy one also, but last year I bought a case and opened it and it was fun. But the problem was it's not even about the fun. Like I don't care if it's 4,000 for the case really, but the problem is that there's no way to recoup that money. Like the I hit a 101, I hit a bunch of short prints, a Lopes of 25 rookie auto. There was no matter what I hit in that product, it was almost impossible to recoup the MSRP price. So
Yeah.
then I'm like, okay, am I just donating money to Tops and like local card store? Like, what am I doing? So I'll buy one at an inflated price to open on the channel and just say it is what it is. But otherwise, I'm not going to buy it. I just
Yeah.
like I have to draw a line in the sand somewhere, and I was like, this is just too egregious, and I'm going to wait.
Yeah, I think that's a good move. A case, while sometimes that's the best move. That's a lot. It's a lot, a lot to gamble with, and like you're saying, a
It's a,
lot to put in the
you
pocket
just
of tops.
you can't win. Like, and this coming from me, right? Like I'm ready to gamble. I don't care. You can't win if it's 4 grand for a case of 2025, and those cards will sell at a lower price than the ones last year too because they're not the debut. People are onto that, but I'm telling you, it's just going to be impossible. Like you might be able to get the John Jones 101 or something, maybe, but the number of cards in the entire product, it's going to be less than 1% that can pay for that case. So I'm not going to do it. I think the odds are just, it's not reasonable. If it was 16, 1700, I'm all in.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
for
if
sure.
I could buy a case
At
at
the
retail,
MSRP
I'm
price. Yeah.
sure I'm all in. I'll take two. Like but I'm not doing it at 4 grand.
Yeah, I got actually had incredible luck with my royalty box last year, and I am up on that,
What
which
did
is
you,
crazy. Which is crazy. I got
what
a
did
of
you get?
five, an of five Habib auto. I got a of 10 Ian Gary. I got an of 25 Jack Della Maddalena that still hasn't sold, which was an auto. I actually got like 4 or 5 cards that were really really solid, and I ended up doing a fun trade for the Habib, which netted me basically $700, which is as much as the basically as much as the box was. So that
Yeah, right.
but is it going to happen again? That was probably a one, a 4% box. Like there's no way that's sustainable. But I've had some tough luck on rips this year, Glenn. Maybe the odds are in my favor. Maybe royalty is going to be the one, right?
Did I probably not. I mean, it's buying one, one of the 4 boxes I opened I think was kind of a dud too. So it was like really
Yeah,
scary
that
if you're
hurts.
going to do it. If you get one and you're just like, what is this? Like that's even worse. I think the one that we should be looking at is Stadium Club. I think that
Yes,
one you can
I
get
love the cheap
cases.
rips.
Yeah. Did you pre-ordered a bunch?
Yep. Well, not a bunch. I just did with debut products. I'm trying a new strategy that I want to do for the next couple of years of getting two, one for the channel and then one to just hold long term and see what the box price does. Kind of, I haven't seen a lot of movement in the Sapphire edition, which I did this year because it's a debut product. But yeah, I want to do that, and anytime we get a debut product, I'll probably get two, hold one, rip one, and then see what happens. I also
Yeah.
got a mega and a blaster, so we'll open those up, and I got another blaster that I may do a giveaway on later in next year with Stadium Club, but we'll see. But I'm excited for those
Yeah,
images on the base cards.
the hold strategy is definitely possible. Like it's a viable way to increase the value of it. I think a little, like I'm thinking, okay, if you buy a box of Sapphire for $300 or 250 or whatever, and then you hold it for 10 years, what's it going to be worth? Is it going to be worth 500 or 1,000 or like how high does it go?
Yeah. No, that's fair. And we can kind of look back at older products, but I think it's a different ball game with the amount of boxes that they're printing now comparatively, to what was printed, 2014, 2013 in those type of boxes that are actually have, a pretty premium value associated with it. But 2025,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
rookie class is so stacked. I would not be surprised, Glenn, if in like 4 or 5 years we have multiple guys and women in this checklist that are like really champions and popping off and popular, and that would drive box prices up quite a bit.
Yeah, if you get like like if you have a 2012 Bloodlines box, it's 5 grand. I think you get them a little cheaper now because they weren't selling that high. But people are like, oh, there could be a Khabib rookie in there, like
Yeah.
so. Yeah, I mean anything's possible. I'm kind of like if I'm going to invest though, I'm doing kind of hobby investing with the Khabibs and like just building
Yeah.
that out. But I think long term they're going to go up. But in sort of investing, I think the boxes are like I could just throw money in like the stock account and let it just sit there for 10
Oh,
years and it'll
dude, this,
double.
this is this is all fun. This is nothing to do with, you know what I mean? Like,
All right, all right.
this is not yeah, I'm completely with you in that aspect. It's like if you actually want to make money, go make money. If you want to have fun, and I guess a little bit of it is kind of it's called a hobby for a reason. You waste money on this stuff. You enjoy it. You have fun. You see what happens. You make a little bit of money. You lose a little bit of money. It's all just a good time, and you're along for the ride. Kind of. That's kind of my philosophy with
Yeah, yeah.
everything
That's
associated with
that's the right
cards.
idea. That's the right idea for sure. So did you get a couple hobby boxes of Stadium Club?
Just two, yeah, just two hobbies.
Okay.
Yeah, and I
I
got it.
uh I
I got in at the 129 price point. So I think that's a great price point, man. And I'm excited when they do the rips like this. It's so much more approachable for people. Yeah, they probably print more boxes, but like the rip on that is so fun because let's say
how could they?
you only get two
You think they made
cards.
more than Finest?
Man, I think so. With the megas and the well, when you're just talking about cards, like with the mega and the blaster associated, there's probably, an entire landfill of of paper somewhere that they're using.
I think that Finest this year basically had all the megas and all the blasters like built into it,
Yeah,
and
that's
because
fair.
they're,
Because
I
they didn't
mean,
do a
it was
retail
just.
component.
I think Stadium Club though, there's no clear information on what's in those boxes, but it looks like you can get autographs in the blasters and hopefully low numbered ones. And I don't know what's in the megas, but I bought multiple cases of each, and I'm gonna do like wild amounts of Stadium Club because I think that I got it at 129 also for
Mhm.
like the hobby, and they're selling them for 189 at all the distributors now. So I
Yeah.
was like, just give me the max order, and I'm gonna open it all up. So we're gonna have videos for I think like 2 months of Stadium Club. It'll
Wow.
be from
Okay.
like January through March. Well, and it's gonna be I think we're gonna do 3 a week.
Dang. All right. I'm excited to see what you hit. You have, a big percentage of the boxes printed, so yeah, chances are you're gonna get a nasty, nasty hit in one of those boxes.
Yeah, I mean it's brand new product. The price was right, and like I said it for years. Like if the price is right, I'm in.
Yep.
I'll buy a ton of it. But when you're trying to gouge me for 1,000 a box, it's like it's not really fun. It's not
Nope.
interesting. You're not selling any of them to the public. Like
Yep.
it's I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm
So Stadium
completely
Club,
with you.
that's it. You know what I got in between though, because I got a little downtime here. So I've got like some videos coming out for New Year's now, but then we got still like 3 4 weeks. I bought a case of 2022 Prism Retail, and
Okay.
they're like they're not blasters, they're like the mid-size box, and there's a guaranteed pink pulsar to 42 in
Oh
each
yeah, yeah, yeah.
box.
Uh-huh. I remember
And then
those.
there's a chance for a green auto. And there's one case sitting there, which is either a legendary green auto or like a Marks of Champions. I think it's called Marks of Champions green auto, which can be super valuable. Like if you have like a Khabib or something, like it can be super valuable. But yeah, so I'm going to open that up and I'm going to release videos for like 4 weeks just so we got like something going on in
Yeah.
between.
Nice, man. Excited to see, what you're cooking up on the channel, and stay tuned for all the Stadium Club that Glenn is going to be putting out. He's going to
Yeah.
be getting all the hits, man, all the hits. Thanks again for coming on, dude. Great time. Thank you for, the giveaway for all the viewers and just all the stuff you're doing over there on your channel.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks for having me. So sorry I was late too. I popped in. I was in the middle of making a video and I was like, I gotta get this done. And then I looked up and I go, oh no, like
Yeah,
it was
the
20
time suck
minutes
is
later.
real. Yeah, the time suck
Yeah,
is real.
I looked down and then like an hour went by. So here I am. It's done. So yeah, congrats to whoever won the box and happy new year. We'll see you guys soon.
Yep. See you, everybody. Have a good day.
See ya.